Hello, good evening, and it's time for the launch of the brand new one-day special hosted by Paula.
Hello.
Hello,
well,
lovely.
Hosted by Alex. I'm just the guest.
No, not just the guest. Is it nice doing presenting and guesting now?
I actually think that the guest thing is very. I mean, it's weird because I love both roles very much, and I kind of now suddenly have to switch my hands.
Yeah.
And actually, I do think that everything that demonstrators bring to Hochanda is great. So I'm just hoping that I kind of regroup myself and I can do a good job of more than anything because it's amazing dyes.
Elizabeth Craft Designs, no less.
It's an honour.
Oh, bless you. So now we've got your essentials here, and they really are essentials. These fantastic nesting dies. And you have a choice, or you can go, of course, for the complete collection, because we love putting a complete collection on. So what do you like about these, Paula?
Right, so when I got them, I immediately knew what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Why? Because they are essentials. Essentials means that it is the foundations, and card making, it's matting and layering.
Yeah.
When you have got the rounded corners that are impossible to create. Like if you want matting and layering with rounded corners, even if you have a punch, you're never going to get it properly.
Right.
But added on that there is the shapes that are really work for card making and for creating your blank cards as well.
Marvelous.
They are perfect because they basically, if you go for the rectangle rounded corners, you have got the fitted one, which is a straight edge, and then you have got the stitch ones, which is a straight edge, but with that stitch detail, and they layer perfectly. So they are not repeated sizes, so they mat and layer perfect.
And then you can see it on here, can't you?
So what I'm going to show you, there is a sample. I think that it will be this one.
Okay.
Well, it's not exactly that one because it's not the right one. So you can see how by having the stitch one and then the straight, what I call it, a fitted one, you can see how you get even closer elements into it. So you can create that beautiful matting and layering that is so hard to create when you have got rounded corners.
Yeah.
So you have got the options here. Now we are showing you the rounded rectangles.
Yes.
So you're getting the fitted ones and the stitch ones.
Very nice. So that's one option of your one-day special. Lovely.
Then you have got here the rounded square, so the rounded corners, and you are getting these straight fitted ones, which are straight lines, and then the one with the stitch detail. Again, look at the size. The stitch one is slightly larger for that matting and layering.
Very good.
And also, I would like to mention that is 5¼ inches square, and that one is 5 inches. So it's increments of a quarter of
you're going to find these so useful at home. You really are.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the indented.
I think my favorite were both sets of the indented because this is when you can get really, and hopefully something like this is going to be my first demo. So this is another way why they are essentials. It creates the base card, it creates the frames in here, it creates the apertures, but it creates nesting apertures, and you can create things like this with very easily, and it's just so nice to have on here. So the inverted ones is really nice. And then here we have got the inverted rectangles, which again is the same way that it works the same way as the squares. But also I wanted to mention, if you want to go for rectangles, because you can mix and match the inverted as well as the rounded one, and the proportions will work perfectly.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, do you want to show us some samples?
Oh yes, because Elspeth, she was sending them from America, and we were very worried that they wouldn't be in time, but they have made it.
Good.
And they are such a beautiful sample. So thank you. So you can see how they are, even white on white, it gives that elegance, that kind of layering, matting and layering, perfect for squares. You know what? The picture, the animal is so cute. Is it a raccoon? I think it is. But it's just so cute. But it's the matting and layering that, to me, it finishes off the card. That it makes it from a flat image into something three-dimensional. Suddenly, that is a picture. So
oh, sorry. Well, the other one I think was the fox, actually.
Oh, the fox.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry. Well, I'm not very good with flowers or animals, so so you can see how you can make like those frames in there that I mentioned. Whether you wanted to put it, this is a raccoon. Sorry, that's it. That's
all good.
Yeah. So you can see how it frames the rectangles, and look at that. Just matting and layering made it simple. And remember that all the animals, we are going to see them in a bit.
Yeah, but so don't worry.
I'm going to just show you this one as well, because I just love, absolutely love that one.
That is gorgeous, isn't it? Thank you, Paula. So remember, you can get these as duos, $22.98. That's your one-day special price. 657-716. Everything's going to be dispatched from the 11th because, of course, it comes from abroad. Or now you can go for the complete collection. Here it is. So and you're also getting the fishtails in with it, which we will see in just a second. So that's £99.90. It is on 3 flexi-buy payments, which is so good, £33.30. Your item number is 695124. Look, that's 74 dies, and you can spread the cost on flexi-buy. That is so good. 695124 is your item number. Now, if you do want these fishtails individually, you can. They're at the bottom of the screen. They are separate, but I love what you've done with the bookmarks.
You know, fishtails, or what I call it, bunting dies, are one of the essentials for me. Because again, I use them so much to just create bookmarks.
That's great.
So this is just using 2 of them, and then just scoring just glue the just about, I would say, about half a centimeter in there. So that creates the flap in there. And then I use, this is from the one day special, the inverted rectangles, to create that label, because that is the thing, you have got the nesting dies, so you can, and the birds are also from the bird house that we are going to be seeing in a bit. So you can see how you can mix and match and create something completely different, very, very vintagey effect, obviously, depending on.
Let's see
this. Of course, you know, I just wanted to show you a few more, because you can see the complete collection that works so well, that the stitch detail with the fishtails, fishtails? It's called?
Yeah,
fishtails. Yeah, it's kind of fun. And then, of course, they are perfect for sentiments, because I think it is the perfect way to add those gorgeous here. You know, can you see? But what about, I love him. But again, combine it with the one day special, with the essentials dies. I think the complete collection is a perfect way to get them.
Absolutely. So the fishtails, if you want them individually, they're at the bottom of the screen, $10.99 each, but they are included in the complete collection, which lots of you are going for. And then we're coming on to these such lovely animals.
You
I
have
love
been
these.
in love with them, haven't you?
They're super, but they're not, so they're cute, but they're not sickly cute, do you know what I mean? I really like them.
They're funny characters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are cute, but no, they are not sickly. Like you're saying, it's just not. It's just that kind of they have got character, and they tell innocence, and they kind of, you want to have a play with them. Yeah, you
definitely.
know, like so that's what.
That is beautiful. So look, we're having a look here at the animals in a bit more detail. So we've got our deer. I love the sleigh.
The sleigh, and it works perfectly with that reindeer. So there is a card that we can show that you will see how it matches perfectly in sizes. So you can, if you go for the complete collection, of course you will have, you know, almost like a Noah's Ark of little animals, and you can then make them into pairs. They are nicely sized as well, so they will fit into your cards in a way that you can mix and match their sizes. For instance, the sleigh, you can put you know, the raccoon or the fox inside the sleigh. You can have the birds, and this is what I mean about. So you have got also, I love that bird in there with the branch, which I have used as well for other projects.
Yeah.
Look at the owl. I think I have got a thing for owls, but the owl itself is just this one. It's just so much fun. Yeah. And
there you go. That's how it comes to you, because I just wanted to show it's not a full thing. You layer it up.
Exactly. You layer it up, so it's quite good. If you have got cards of different colors, then you can use them. You know, you don't have to fiddle around or decide with that. Or you know, it's very easy to put together. I only had a little bit of play yesterday. Well, I had the whole day, and you know, and it was just really fun to put them, and it was really easy because also the way that they come to you with the packaging, you just follow what it is in front, and then you can then personalize it a little bit more. I love the bird.
Oh, is everybody all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Sorry about that.
Somebody broken a rib, I think. The other one, the one that wasn't broken.
Anyway, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Where were we?
No, it wasn't me. I broke it. But we have the birdhouse over there. Yeah. can we see it? So that's the one with the little two birds in there that you can then I use for the bookmark as well. Can you see those birds in there? But of course you can make it into, I just love that, you know, with the snow, and it's easy. And of course you can see how the one day special, the essential dies are incorporated, including that Fishtail banner as well. So there is a lot of mixing and matching.
And we get stamps.
Okay, can I say, I absolutely adore these stamps, because when Elsa said, oh, I don't know if we have them in the show, and we were like, please, can you have them in? Because they are such a nice stamps. I love how some of the letters are, they are not solid, so you can color them in and add like a sparkle if you want it, or it's just, they're wonderful fonts, wonderful sentiments that work really well with these characters, but also on their own.
Oh, look. And then these samples, again, we've got to show some because they've sent them over.
Yeah, they are, you know, look, and you get the little mouse, which, you know,
very cute.
I just love how he's looking at it like, oh, that's my dinner.
Yeah, there you go.
And then again, you know, you can see in here with the die cut out of glitter card how sparkly that looks. And remember, look at the background that has been done with the one day special, because the one day special kind of, look at that. This is what I meant by the sleigh and the reindeer being perfect sizes as well. And I love that wreath in here. It's just so, you know,
adorable, isn't it?
It's adorable. Look at him. Now the fox done it in glitter as well. You know, different ways of use. And this is a stamp as well, just to create the background. It was a bit distressed. And then I'm going to show you a couple more. Look at the birds. That's just, and then you have got that tweet greetings. That is the stamp, part of the stamp. And then that one.
Last but not least. Gorgeous. Now getting very busy for the complete collection. Almost 10% of this has gone. £89.91. Again, you can spread the cost 3 times, which makes it more affordable. £29.97. 547824 is your item number. Got a few more things to show you. I love this door. Let me just move this.
The door. I mean, it's just, I think also it's a very inviting image, the door, you know. It's not just like, obviously it is a Christmas die set, in the sense that it has got the wreath but it could be all year round. It could be a new home card. It could be a, you know, like welcome home after somebody has been traveling. It could be, you know, somebody who has retired and is just like kind of have a nice time at home.
That's
you know?
nice.
or just like opening doors into new jobs, into new opportunities. And then you can also think that will work really well for a, you know, memory albums.
Good
so
idea.
You can just put them and put. This is my favorite. I mean, it's just. Isn't it just
homely,
very
warm,
elegant? And it's not Christmas. It's just all year round. It has got that sense of, you know, warmth at home and, you know, sweet home, sweet home.
I love your one that you just said there. You've got some great ideas about like opening new doors. That's great.
And it could be also for Halloween, you know, a Halloween party, so you can have you know, the invitation behind it. I mean, it is a single die, but you could always score glue on the flap and then just have it there, the details for the invitation, or a house party, whatever. You know, it's just a really, really beautiful imagery, I think.
Fantastic. So that is £17.99. Item number is 103531. Then we've got the holiday house. I love that. You know me and my gift boxes.
Well, I have to say, as soon as I saw the buyer, you know, the buyer here showed me and I went like, that's my favorite. But then, of course, then I have gone off with other favorites. But this one is just so cute. Now, what I love about this box, it is that is a nice size in here. Now, what I mean by a nice size is that you can put in here truffles. You can put bath bombs. You can put little candles. Obviously, do not light them inside if they're proper candles, but you can put LED lights. Hang them on your Christmas tree.
Advent calendars.
But you know why I would consider really to do an advent calendar with it? Is because if I turn it over, it's one single die.
Right,
so in one pass. So I wouldn't be, you know, like doing 25 or 24 that there's an advent calendar. It wouldn't take me long. You know what I mean? Great. I just do them in one, like literally 24 passes, and I'm done. I mean, of course, if you want to then do the ceiling, the roof in a different color, you can do that. Now, I'm going to show you that you have got opening bottom if you wanted to do it.
Great.
Now, there is 2 ways of assembling, and hopefully I'm going to show you how to assemble it either this hour or the next one. But else, for instance, there is, by the way, there are online tutorials by else.
Oh, good.
On if you search on YouTube for for Elizabeth Crafts, you will find them.
Yeah.
She recommends to, if you want a more solid bottom, then just cut a piece of card and put it on the bottom for the heavy stuff.
Okay.
And then you can keep that open if you wanted. I wanted to have it open at the bottom and close at the top, so it's up to you how you wanted to do it. But in one pass you will cut everything except the roof, obviously, that and the there.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love these. Look at these lovely samples.
Sweet.
Ah, so sweet.
Chocolates.
Yes, please.
Lots of chocolates.
All the chocolates.
Sweets.
Now this has a freedom discount, so we've taken it to £20.69, 623469.
And also, I also was thinking, nail polish, lipsticks.
Good idea.
So a advent calendar in which you put chocolates, truffles, bath bombs, lipstick, you know, all the stuff.
This is your advent calendar we're talking about here.
I mean, it's inviting for you for you know, mints as well if you want it. You know, it's like.
All right then. So we've got this set of village dies, village edge dies. But what you can do with it is just brilliant. It's a scene. It
is a scene. So this is such a, I think, a very iconic image of the village. And what I love about it, if I'm going to show you in a bit, because what you can see in there, that you are getting that several dies. So I love how you can build different layers of the scenery.
Yeah.
So you can choose one or two, and then also you get the picket fence that I use for, well, I didn't use that one, I did that one, but also that it works really well with the box as well.
Yeah.
So you can mix and match. Of course, you have got the star, the
shooting star.
It's for Christmas. It's called Bethlehem star, or I don't know. It's just the one that show the way to the three wise men where to follow to find baby Jesus.
I can't remember if there's a special name, and I went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's the. I think it's la Estrella de Belén. That's what it's called in Spanish, but probably I'm completely. Yeah, Estrella means a star, and Belén is which actually is my second name. Anyway, I digress. So apologies for that. But you can say now. I have to say, I wanted to do like we Hal sent me a beautiful sample, a picture of somebody who had made a Halloween card with this ones. You like that?
Yeah.
So basically, you can make them into haunted houses.
Cool.
Or again, welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're 20% of the stock gone on this one. So thank you. This is just $13.99, and you've got 7 dies in total, 945030. And last but not least, we've got some fabulous snowflake dies. I love these. They're big, actually.
They are. I absolutely adore a snowflake. It's one of my favorite. I think it's the winter flower. For me, a snowflake is the winter flower. And what I like about these ones is that they are really nice sizes. The largest one I think is 4 by 4 inches. I measured it before, so it has got a nice intricate layering as well. You can layer them all together. Here I just used 2 of them just to create a nice home decor piece. Is simply die cutting out of silver and just stick them on a black frame. Simple, but it's just that beautiful all year round element. And also I think that you can do a lot of, if you want to fussy cut a little bit of it, so you can create even, I think some of them they look out of green and you know, different colors. Then you can have some foliage as well, because they're just gorgeous.
Beautiful. $21.99. That's what I meant. 969725 is your item number. Do give us a call, or of course check out online at hochanda.com. Right, we're going to get cracking, but first off, we're going to show you a few more finished samples. Righty-ho, so you're going to start with the essentials?
Yes, I'm going to start with the essentials, and I'm going to start with the inverted corners from the rectangles.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm using the largest one, which is the one that has a stitch detail of the, and then I'm going to run it through the die cutting machine. Now, all the dies in this collection, I believe they were with the A5 size machine, like a Victor, Jane Davenport, Cuttlebug, and other more there. So you don't need an A4, you don't need a large die cutting machine. Now you can see in here that it has cut all the stitch detail as well.
Love that detail.
Now what I have done ahead of time, because you didn't want me to be cutting so many, I have cut exactly the same die out of white, grey, and another white. Okay, so I'm going to do the zigzag opening card.
Right.
But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the white one in here. I'm going to take my next rectangles, and then I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go, maybe I'm going to go for that one in here. So now I'm kind of thinking, actually, yeah, that's okay. So I want to cut an aperture in here. So I'm going to take my, okay, sorry, I'm just kind of thinking now, I'm going to do the right thing. Sometimes I doubt myself. So more or less, I eyeball it that is centered.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it's as close, if I was really, really methodical, what I would do is just measure it, the center, and then place it, but I can't.
Life's too short.
Right, so I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to run it through the die cutting machine.
Okay.
So basically you start off with the top one, because what we are doing is apertures that go into the card, like in each layer will have a smaller aperture.
Right, okay.
So you start at the top.
So you're going to be looking through lots of windows.
So then, yes, well, I mean, that sounds wrong.
Oh. Not like peeping Tom.
Don't blame me. Right, so then I take the next size down, or, the size, and then I'm gonna go in like so. Can you see it there? Now, because you have got the nesting ones, you have got the option. For instance, if I said, well, I wanted something a little bit more of a gap, you can use the one without the fitted one, not the ones with the stitch detail, but that one, it would be a smaller size. Or if I wanted a bigger size, say, you can go in with the straight one, and that will give you a narrow gap in there. So it's up to you how you do it. And this time I'm gonna go in with the stitch ones, because I like that the distance is the right one for me.
The one that's currently in the lead of your one-day special is the rounded squares. 10% of that has gone. So again, details are on screen. $22.98 is your one-day special price, and you've got options, choices. 657716.
So again, I'm taking the negative, also what I have cut already, but I'm not going to use it for this card. I'm going to use it for another card. Okay. And you can see still that there's perfect matting and layering in there as well. But when I do it like this, you can see how is that beautiful aperture in there. And now I'm going to take the smallest one, which is that one.
Yep.
And then I'm going to place it into like this. And the reason why I'm using the one that I just cut the aperture is because then that way you center it perfectly. If I did it without have the top one, if you know what I mean, if I did it the bottom first, it would be impossible for me to work out exactly where to put the die. Okay, so this is the reason why I'm doing. And okay, of course, here it's very important to put low tack tape in order for it to line up perfect. And again, if you want it to be very perfect, you could find the centering point in every one and then line it perfectly. But personally, if my eye is happy with it, my eye is happy with it. Okay, so we have got now, can you see how it matches?
Looking good.
And then I'm going to put them on top of that one. So you could do that matting and layering like this. Is quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you kind of have the idea that I like the zigzag part. Okay, so then what we're going to do is to create the zigzag is a score here. So then what I do is take my, well, this one actually is not mine, but you know.
It can't be Leonie's, it's too clean.
No, exactly. It's the community one. So I like to use my scoring tool. This one is the Teflon from Crafty Cuts, which I think is really, I do love it. So, but this one actually, sorry guys, I just go in like this. So what you do is use the groove in there, and then just gotta find it. There it is. And at home I use a scoring board because it's slightly but that way it creates that flap. So that one will go like so. Can you see? And then again I'll do like this. And then I take the next one and then just make sure that is the right way up. Yeah, that's the way to do that. So now this one, I'm going to create the flap on that side. Yeah. So that was going to go like this. Okay, that's more or less. Does it make sense what I'm doing?
It totally does. I love seeing this from start to finish.
So is the essentials. It's really the essentials because it makes you to use everything that you have got. Like, you know, it creates the base card, the matting and layering. Yeah. With everybody makes it, you know, have got issues matting and layering. Imagine having inverted corners, trying to get inverted corners, proper matting and layering. It's impossible. But now it's not impossible because you have got this ability to create. Now, so what I'm going to do is take glue. Yeah. Now, double-sided tape also works for this.
Maybe a bit of red liner.
The red liner, I would recommend it. Just going to spread this bit a bit more because then that way you don't want with wet glue. One of the things I would recommend is always have very small amounts, but lots of it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Lots repeated. So it's like you want to have a thin layer, but all over it, rather than or many little dots, if you know it. And then I'm going to put glue in here. Again, only putting glue on that flap. You can use this is one of the reasons why I love it, because you can also use it as a spreader. And then just line it up there.
I think the indented ones are my favourites. I really like them.
I just like you know, I love them.
Now, if you like everything, you can get everything. And more actually, so you could go for all of the nested dies, plus you're getting the fishtails for £99.90, or you can spread the cost 3 times, which is great, for £33.30. So you've got a £14 saving. 695124 is your item number.
So basically I'm pressing down onto those flaps that I have created, and now here I have got that aperture, like basic.
I really like that.
And it's just, you know, and when it's closed down, it's, you know, it's a perfect flat card, but it has got that dimension. Now that white looks a little bit too wide, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the next size down, not the largest, that's the largest one, the next size down, and then the other size down to create a silver border. So I'm going to put it into my silver mirror card. Now, because it's silver mirror card and it's quite thick, I might run it a couple of times, but I have had, like, to be honest, with these dies, I have used cutting machines that don't have that much pressure, and I have had very good results.
Oh, good.
But sometimes because I have got, let's see if one goes. Oh, it has cut perfectly.
Good.
So you can see that even 300 GSM and foil. Look at that.
Oh, that finishes it off. Yeah, I like that with the silver.
Look at that. And then if I wanted to say, actually, if I wanted to do a smaller size, just say thinking, oh, maybe I could just see how it would do with a smaller size. I could go in, and then go like that, and then you have got another way. Or you could go with the fitted one, which is the one that has, which is different sizes. Yeah. So you can pick and choose. However, so you have got so many options, and this is why it's an essential collection. So you could then just put them like this to create even a more ornate frame, if you know what I mean. Or you can then go in like.
What do you think?
Yeah, Emily always goes for the bigger one. But,
yeah,
does she? Yeah. I don't know. I think.
What do you think?
I'm just not sure actually. Oh, I can decide.
Do you know, this is what I do, and I send Paula pictures.
Oh, yes, you will. Yeah.
I'm like, so do you like this composition or this composition or this one? Because I'm never quite sure.
Okay, so what I have done here, I have die cut with the Snowflake. So I have got the medium size one, and then that's gonna go in. I think the small one. I think I'm gonna go for the smaller one. Yeah. Apparently I'm not risking it enough. No, I think I'm going. Oh, sorry. This is a.
Don't let us boss you about. You do the composition that you want.
I'm going to go for the small one. Just because sometimes in life you want a smaller one, but not always. Right, so you can put the snowflake in here, or you can put it, no, I'm just going to put it in the front. Okay. So I'm going to put the glue on the back.
Okay, you've committed now. That's the one that's going down.
It's the smaller one, I know. You know, it's just like you're talking to somebody who's very small in height, not in hips, but in height.
Stop it! You've got lovely little hips, you know.
No. I know. So press down, and then you are gonna put that in here. Now you can see I have used different sort of Mary silver card, but I done it in purpose because I wanted like one that is more shiny and the other one that is less shiny.
Bit more satin finish, isn't it?
Yes, that's the word. And then just press down, make sure that glues, and then if you have got a little bit of, you know, other exposed areas, it's good to glue them so you have got a little bit bond. But remember, don't put any glue in here.
No.
Now, if you wanted to, if you are not sure of it, what you put is an acetate piece or something like that, and then it would work even better. Now, what we need to do is add a sentiment. So, also the other thing we could do is it would be quite nice to have another snowflake coming in like this, so to add that sort of. Oh, this what there is.
Do you like that? Oh,
sorry, it's just kind of seeing that this is what it makes a card. These elements of being glued in the right places, it anchors the die and makes it more solid. Otherwise, this floating is very good, but it's a little bit flimsy. So you could then add these other snowflakes, say here, there, or you can put it on the inside. So by putting it on the inside, it's more discreet because you can. I kind of like it. Yes, peeping out. I kind of like it there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go, which is my original idea. And this one is the smaller one, but you can see that it still is a nice size of. It's about, you know, just under 3.5 inches. And then just gonna put it in here. I think I've done it the right. Glue. Sorry, it's just kind of.
There you go. That's all good. So remember, you can buy this two ways. You can either go for your essentials as duos, which is on screen, that's your one-day special, or you can go for the complete collection, which also includes the fishtails, which we've just popped on the screen for you.
So you can.
Oh, sorry, Paula.
No, that's all right.
Oh, 10% of the complete's gone. Let's come back to you. Sorry, Paula.
Sorry, no, see, can you see that it's very discreet, that the snowflake, but that's what I wanted. It's kind of more of a lace effect.
Yeah,
but then when you have it, it's like this. Now, what I wanted to do is I just finished this. I have used the stamp from the stamp set that we have got on the show. So it's the Joyful Wishes. And then I'm taking the smallest of the stitch one of the fishtails, and that will work perfectly in here. Now, what you can see is like kind of, for instance, I want it in there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna position it. Yeah, there's something like this. So I wanted the die more or less to go across there. So that way I know more or less it's gonna be in the right positioning once I have got die cut.
Yeah.
And then also I have already gone ahead and die cut a larger fishtail, the one that is fitted, the one that has not the stitch detail.
Oh, so Webster, hello. Eddie,
Hey.
who's 4.5, is that right? And can we say hello before he goes to bed?
She goes, Edie, Edie.
Oh, because I thought that was funny. Yeah, Edie. I was like, does that mean our Webster? Sorry, Webster, we totally messed that up. And Edie, lovely to see you. Mwah, 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 mwah. You sleep tight.
Oh, but we should give her. What is your favorite animal, Edie? Email in, and we will get you a card with the favorite one.
Should we just let you know which animals we've got, though? In
Well,
case
yes,
it's a dinosaur or something. Should we see? Edie, which one of these characters do you like? Here we go. Here it comes. Not the stamps, although you can get that with a complete collection. So we've got there's a reindeer, we've got a fox, a raccoon, we've got a bird. There is an owl, isn't there? Yeah. Oh, we've got two of the same picture, okay, but one of them is an owl as well. Okay, there you go. So, Edie, let us know which one you like. And hello, Webster.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. All right, so what I'm doing is I glue the joyful wishes in there, but I want the silver one to tuck underneath it. Now, I want it to go a little bit more flushed, so I'm gonna glue it like so. Now, what I'm doing, you shouldn't do, is mirror card with wet glue is not the best way, but then if you put it like this,
you won't see it.
You won't see it.
Yeah.
And you can see that what I'm doing is basically make sure that that silver is more or less there.
It's lovely.
Now, I don't know where I put my crystals.
What you after? Crystals.
But I always happens that. I don't know why. I come here, I put them in the bag, and then, oh well.
Not
anyway, but you can see how this one kind of opens like that. And then this is the same one done with the square one.
Oh,
and
brilliant.
It's just like, and this is why these sizes have been so nicely designed, because it kind of works in a very different way, but very pretty both ways, whichever way you prefer it.
Very nice, thank you, Paula. I shall leave you for a second. Here's the website so you can check out what we've got on the show, because of course we're showcasing Elizabeth Craft Designs. You can also shop by brand, of course. You can see all the other lovely things that Els has brought to us. I wonder if she's watching. If you are, hello Els. Right, busy for all of these. The door, we've got that wonderful door, and you've got the gift box, which I love. And then you've also got that gorgeous scene. And there's the snowflakes that Paula's just been using. Now, your one-day special, you've got options if you want to go for them. So we'll start off with our, Edie wants the reindeer. We will sort this. Right, so we've got with our one-day special options. Here is the indented rectangles, and these are your essentials. You've seen how useful they are now. So you've got the one with the, let's say, solid edge, and the one with the stitch detail, which I think is very, very effective. And you'll see that this is just ever so slightly bigger. There you are. So it's quarter of an inch, I think, increments. Then we're moving on to this one. So this is our rounded rectangles. Again, do you see what I mean? That's just that little bit bigger, so they all nest inside fantastically. So this is your rounded rectangles. And then the next option we've got is the rounded squares. Again, you can see that stitch detail on this one. And then last but not least, the indented squares. I think they're my favourite. Which ones are in the lead? This one, both sets of squares. Ah, it's interesting. Okay, but how useful. Have a look at these samples. Nice and easy to do there. So you've got the solid and then the stitch detail as well. But they really finish off. Now, the rounded edge will also work very, very nicely with the indented edge. You can see here. And then we've got another option. They're great, aren't they? Do you know one of my favourite samples is this one? How nice and easy to do is this, but so effective. And it could be for a lady as well as a gentleman, but I really like that. There's another one here that I like, because you can see how effective they are. So we've got a nice aperture being presented here. What else have we got? This one with, again, you know, pop them on a jaunty angle if you want to. And then let's do one more. Of course, pop it around to the side as well. Doesn't matter. So each option is £22.98, 657,716. And then you can go for the complete collection, which is everything here, but also you're getting the fishtails, which we love. We love the fishtails. They're so useful. Now, you've got a £14 saving on the complete collection. But what we've done for you to make it nice and affordable is we've split it into 3. So 3 payments of £33.30, £695,124, and our gorgeous collection of animals. And so you've got the sleigh, there's the reindeer, which Edie's going to have one. And then we've got the fox and the raccoon. I adore the raccoon. There's the bird. There will be an owl. They've got a birdhouse. Glorious. Now, 3 payments again of £29.97 if you want to spread the cost, 547,824. And then we've got the village edges. This one's proving really popular. And then you've got 7 dies in total. You can really layer up. I like that. So you get a lot of dimension. £13.99 945030. You can call us on the usual number 01733602000. I've realised we haven't mentioned for ages that our call centre is here.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're there literally above our heads.
Yeah, some of us make orders go upstairs.
I know. Yep. Over to you then.
So what I'm going to use is the leftover. So I just wanted to just show you how versatile and how essential these dies are, because you can use in this so many different ways. So what I have done, gone ahead of time, and I have created an acetate card. Yeah. Now this acetate card is using, a thick acetate, and you can. So I have cut it about 6 inches by 5 inches, 6 by 5, more or less. That will go and score it. Now what I'm going to do is then all the leftovers from the previous dice. Now I'm going to go and grab my double-sided tape.
Okay. We're almost 20% of the complete collection gone, and we had a very deep stock, so do check out if you want it. You're fine with doing purple reindeers, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
Thanks,
Edie.
It's just really nice. So what I'm doing, I'm putting double-sided tape onto the Mary, the largest one, and then the white one is going to go on the top. So this is why I put in the double-sided just in the center. Why? Because I'm going to start adding it from the bottom up. Right. So I'm going to just, now I'm going to, my nails are not, sometimes longer nails work and sometimes they don't. Indeed. So what I'm going to do is put it, you little
you
little thing.
I do that. I talk to all the craft stuff. The cat looks at me as if I'm mad.
Yeah. So then I kind of go in and more or less center it as close as possible. Again, I do everything by eye because life is too short to measure certain things. And then more or less like this, more or less is fine. And it's a little bit I'm not quite happy, but sometimes that's what happens if you do like I do, not measuring things. But so the reason why I'm using double-sided tape and not adhesive, wet glue, is because I'm attaching it to acetate, and acetate doesn't like wet glue that much. No. And I just realized that my card may fall into pieces because I score it very, very. But see, there is no acetate, and now it's floating. Right. Okay. Okay. Can you see there? So I can write on the back, and I have got that. Now, what I can do then is I can do the frame in here. So I kind of go like so. So I have got 2 from the previous card that I kind of done. So that will float in there. So now I would need a little runner. Do I have a runner? Yes, I do have a runner.
I really like, especially on the mirror card, you really see that stitch detail, don't you?
You do. Yeah, you do. And once you ink it, I'm just doing now ways of using these essential dyes that you might not have thoughts of, or just a fresh inspiration, hopefully. But these are for formatting and layering, and you bring your distress inks. They are just perfect. Now I'm kind of using a runner. Use whatever you prefer, but obviously that is dry adhesive. So runner dots or something like that. So the sticky dots in a roll as well, they work well.
We've got some on Good Evening Hochanda, I've seen. Yeah.
That's a good way. So now we have got, can you see that it's floating?
Right, yeah, that's cool. I do like acetate cards.
And of course, what I do is that I have got the on the top and on the bottom, inside is covered up. So I'm going to do the same thing. Well, I'm going to now place my elements, because this is what we have got, the owl, and this is from the bird. I done one, but Elle sent me this one, which is much nicely done, so I'm going to just put it. Now, see, this is where you can use your beads and thinking, oh, actually, I kind of like it like this, coming up like so. Yeah. Or if you wanted a little bit of blue, I think the blue will work better. Just like a window. I am all fingers and thumbs, like as per usual, some people would say. I actually think the grey would look better. Yeah, I think the grey looks better.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is just going to put a little bit of glue in there. Oh, my stomach is rumbling now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Was that? Oh. Yeah. I didn't hear, but Emily said she did.
Yeah.
Mine goes off all the time.
It's just I'm hungry, I think.
Have you eaten?
I have, actually.
Good, all right.
Quite a few, quite nicely, but it's just, I don't know, I guess. So see, again, I put the glue in there. Yeah. So I can now take my foam pads in here. Yeah. And then, and this is the owl, which I think comes also, the option is with, see, I put that one a little bit. You need to be careful where you put them, because obviously there's
of course,
you don't want
see
glue in there. And then I'm gonna put the wreath. Well, how shall we put it, like this, or they're holding like this? With the feet. Okay, the feet have it, and then like this in there. So see, and then you could have a hat, which I have. So there it is.
Oh, that suits him. That's sweet.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it a little bit and...
yeah, because you're not sticking it to the acetate, yeah.
Yeah. And there. And now it needs a tweet greeting.
Yeah, it definitely has to be that one.
So I'm going to go again to use the smaller one, because that's the one that I kind of like the most. And I'm going to go in, again, where would I want it? Or you can do it this way as well, tweak greetings that way. That would work. Yeah, I'm going to put it this way. Okay. This is where Paula always changes her mind. Don't change my mind in big things, but in crafting, yes. Just like a little bit. And then I'm going to have that in here. So then you can do what I think it looks really nice, and I got the idea from the inspiration that the you can roll it up like this to create like a little,
oh, nice, yes, scroll.
A scroll. I don't know where I got the inspiration from, but somebody, I think they had. So I'm going to roll it up like this. Now, if you, for instance, said, I wanted a little bit more the tail, the end, you could go a second time and do it.
That's
cut
good,
it again.
slots in.
But I kind of thinking it kind of sort of works like this. I actually am going to cut it, and the reason is because I changed my mind. Because then you can slot it in a little bit closer in.
Oh yeah, that looks nice. I like that.
And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue onto the brown card, and that should.
Oh, that's such a lovely card. I must do more acetate cards, because they look so nice and clean and effective.
And different.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like, it's so different because it's floating. I mean, he's floating, because that's an owl. I mean, he's mid-air. Yeah. That is what it... And if you wanted to add a little bit of twine on the side, you could. But I think he looks just finished like as it is.
Beautiful, thanks Paula, love that. So you can see how useful the one day special is with your nested dies. So we're just going to show you a little bit more inspiration. Do you reckon you can fit one more in?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have time to do the purple reindeer, but I will make it for you, Edie, if you are still watching. But I can do a house.
Yeah, do you want that? Okay, right, I'm asking through the telly, sorry. Do you want that at home? Right, here is some inspiration for you. We'll be back right after this. So we're going to look at this lovely little gift box die now. We've just got about 8 minutes, I think.
Okay, there's plenty of time. So I'm going to just trim this bit so it will go through my big shot. I'm using paper that, well, it's thick paper, so it's about 200 GSM.
Yeah.
And I'm using, for these, you need extended plates. What I mean by extended, it's not wider, but they are longer. So you need, I think it's about 10 inches, so probably a, yeah, I think that's, let me double check. I'm so bad at measuring. Yeah. So it's about 9 inches.
Okay.
So with these ones are, for instance, 13 inches there, and you can buy them separately for the big shot. Some machines come already with them. If you have got a 12 by 12, an A4 die cutting machine, they already will be, the plates will be long enough.
That's good.
But I love that I can use just a big shot or a kettle bug for this machine. I don't have to have, for these dies, I don't need a larger machine. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is the second time. And you will see
lovely.
why.
I was trying to be helpful.
No, that's all right. So what I'm doing is die cutting a second time. Now, if I wanted to be very frugal, which I can show you how to be frugal. So I'm going to do that.
Oh, the roof. Is this the roof?
Yeah, this is the roof. And then cut 2 of these pieces. So then I'm just going to take, probably at the end, I'm not that frugal, am I? Just going to...
All good.
There, and that's going to be for the roof.
Yeah.
Okay. So... and then I'm going to take it and then die cut it.
And of course, details are on screen. This has a freedom discount.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I love the freedom discounts. And so now what I have got now, you can put it away, my glamorous assistant. It's nice to have it. Can you come home and tidy up? Yeah.
Oh, then I get to meet the cat.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, he's gone. I think I don't know. He hasn't come for a few days. Right. Yeah, I'm very. Well, anyway. I'm heartbroken. You can see that it has cut underscore every line. I know it's hard to see it with this paper. If I show you this one, you will see a little bit more that it has cut underscore there. You can see. So obviously I have gone for a wooden sort of paper because it kind of adds the texture. If you have a paper with bricks or you have got the stencils with bricks, that would be perfect. An embossing folder as well with, but any paper will do, or any card.
There was some really nice, it was Maggie brought them on, some fabulous stamps that had, some was wood grain, some was brick.
Or Impression Obsession, I think they were.
Impression Obsession, yeah, they were lovely.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
So basically you fold every fold in there, and this is what I mean about not being afraid of doing an advent calendar, and also the way that you can then put a bit of acetate, acetate if you wanted to, or if you wanted to do vellum as well, will work fine. And then you just have to do a few cuts in there. And then this is leftover vellum from another project, but it's good to put it. Now I just put, again, with vellum, doesn't like wet glue. I'm a rebel, and I just use it.
Yes, you are, Paula.
I'm a rebel. Yeah, kind of a good rebel. I mean, I kind of, every now and again, I just go against what is expected from me. And then just gonna put that in here, and then again, I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue in there, so to create a little. Just make sure it doesn't matter too much because it's not going to be seen. Yeah. And this is going to be in the inside. You could do that with acetate and so on, or just another piece of paper if you wanted to as well. Now, what I like to do with the boxes is I like to flatten them up like so. Okay. And that gives me a better way of attaching those flaps together. Now, I'm going to go be good and do what I do at home, which is to put a little bit of wet glue. With boxes, at home, I never use double-sided tape.
Do you not?
Not even red liner, because this is going to be much more permanent. Even red liner tape, I use it sometimes for projects that are literally for the next day, and it's going to be. Sometimes in some places, I know that red liner tape, even it will last a few weeks, and then it falls apart. Oh, okay. So it's a question of it works, but it's not long-term. Okay. So if you don't want something long term, then it's perfect. Anyway, so there we have got, see, you can see how easy it is to assemble. Now the bottom goes like first the square, then the sides, and then that bit in there. You can see
perfect.
That. Now if you wanted to just put a light in here, you just put it in.
Oh, this is lovely. Oh, can we dim the lights? Are we allowed?
Well, we are not finished.
Oh, we're not finished. We're not finished.
No,
Don't dim the
we're
lights.
not finished. Oh. Look at that. Isn't it pretty in there?
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the roof, because I wanted a little bit of a roof. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take these pieces in here.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to line it up with the shorter one. This one, remember, is a little bit shorter. So to make it a little bit symmetrical, the house, what I'm doing is position both of them together and then trim the bottom off together, so that way I know that it's going to be more or less
the
same.
I see. Yeah.
You know. So when I turn it, it more or less is the same. So what I'm going to do here is you can glue it. If you wanted to have it a top opening, what you need to do is to keep it and glue it. If you wanted to have a bottom opening, you can glue these bits in here. It's up to you. You could even do one side that is glued and the other that isn't glued.
Yeah.
It's up to you how you do it. So I personally think that, I don't know, bottom opening, top opening.
Whatever your preference.
Whatever your preference. Now I'm going to just put this. Now for the roof, what I've done is just put glue on the top part, so that way it kind of gives a little bit more of a flow, you know, comes off a little a flow. So that kind of, otherwise it would kind of be more like that. Oh, we have got very little time.
Yeah,
so
45 seconds. I suddenly went, oh gosh, yeah.
This hour has gone really quickly.
Always does.
It's been so nice to work again with you, though.
Yay! Thank you,
So
Paula,
then
likewise.
I'm going to put the ribbon in here, and that's going to be the way of attaching it together.
Perfect.
Sorry, it's just a little bit. I would take a little bit more time, but you can see.
There you go, because we only got 20 seconds, but that's so lovely. Really like this die, it's really cute. So it's on screen for you. Don't forget about the one-day special, or you can go for the complete collection. Thank you, Paula.
Thank you. I'm off to making a purple reindeer now.
Indeed, and don't forget to tune back in at 8 o'clock as well for Paula.